Okay, Rabotai, we are on live. Welcome to all. Okay, we're going to learn today the halachot of Ikar and Tafel. Very important halachot when it comes to blessing on foods which are primary versus secondary. The Shulchan Aruch states in Siman Reish Yud Bet, that's 212 in Halacha Aleph, Kol shu Ikar v'imot Tafela, anything which is the primary food and with it you have the secondary food, Mevarech al ha'ikar upater et atafela. You're going to bless on the primary food and you're going to exempt the secondary food. Okay, Rabotai, I want to speak today about, is a person allowed to feel that he did enough mitzvot? Can a person, feel satisfied? Can he say to himself, Baruch Hashem, I davened shacharit today. I put on tefillin today. I helped out a Jew today. Can a person have that satisfaction that he feels that he already did enough for the day?
No.
Why not, Elon?
Because you're not above the law. You don't know. You could forfeit your mitzvot and all that stuff in a split second. How do you know how much you got in your bank account?
No, I'm saying for the day. I wanna let loose. I wanna, just relax. I know I learned Baruch Hashem. I davened. I said barachot.
If you made yourself an agreement that you're going to learn 2 hours a day and you tapped into that, then you feel satisfied.
10 hours a day, Elon. 10 hours a day, Elon.
But if you did 10 hours and you could do 12 with no problem, you should do the full.
No, Elon.
Ain't no cutting corners over here.
I'm not cutting corners. I'm asking a simple question.
Yeah, I'm saying if you have potential to grow, you should. And if you feel like you did more, who says it's enough?
Okay, you're answering me on an intellectual level, but not on an emotional level. What do people do? What do people do? People usually feel that whatever they do, it's enough. Agreed? Yeah, you think you're down with shacharit, you don't have to come back for a mincha and aravit. Yes? And sometimes you have people that, a person feels that he learned 15 minutes a day, he feels he doesn't have to learn more Torah, the next hour, whatever it might be. He feels he gave $10, he doesn't have to give another $50. I'm just giving examples. There's this, that we have a tendency of being happy when it comes to the spiritual avodat Hashem. When it comes to Hashem, we have this tendency of always being happy with whatever we do. But when it comes to our materialistic lifestyle, somehow we're never satisfied. Yeah, you have one, you want two. You have two, you want four. Right? You always want double. You're never happy. But somehow, when it comes to serving Hashem, we're always happy. This is what Elon want to speak about. You hear what I'm saying, Elon? The truth is, what you're telling me intellectually is nice. But how many people actually do what you say? That if he push 10 hours, he could do 2 more hours, he's going to push 2 more hours. You ever tried 10 hours, Elon?
Something like that.
It's not a simple task. Rabotai, I want to share with you today that Ben Yehuda is going to teach us Yigarik what it means not to feel satisfied with your mitzvot when it comes to doing avirot. You're like, what in the world did the rabbi just say? Nothing, Yigarik, nothing. I'm serious. Did you understand what I just said? No.
Yeah.
Are you even listening? That's the real question.
I'm listening.
You got some over here.
Rabotai, here we go. A lot of times, where does the evil inclination, where does it catch us? Like, where does it trip us? Like, honestly, ask yourself a question. Like, why out of nowhere you want to go do this sin? Or you want to do this sin? Or you have to have a certain mindset that you feel good enough about what you did. That allows you to be loose. So now when you have an opportunity to do an Avera, you go do it. Because you tell yourself, okay, look, I learned, I davened, I gave tzedakah. How much more does Hashem want? Big deal if I do one Avera, right? Big deal if I don't daven today. Big deal if I don't go to Aravit. Right? Big deal if I eat not kosher. What's going to happen if one time I look at her? For example. Yes, we have that sometimes. You guys could agree or no?
Of course.
Rabotai, says the Ben Ish Chai, if you guys remember what we started in Masechet Berachot regarding this whole business of constantly being on guard with the Yetzer Hara? Says the Ben Ish Chai, he says, whenever it says L'olam, always, he wants to again bring another novelty, Jigarik. How many novelties did we go through so far with this one word? You guys remember? What does the word always mean to include? Always means to include that you should battle against the Yetzer Hara. Always is when? Not only when you're young, but also when you're old.
Your old age.
That's number one. You remember this?
Yep.
Not only on things that are forbidden, also on things that are permitted, you should also put up a fight. Yeah, you're allowed to eat kosher food, but doesn't mean you have to overeat. Yes? And then we saw yesterday regarding the aninut. Even when a person is an onen, comes the Gemara to teach us, even over there, a person always has to be on guard. You could never trust yourself. Today comes the Ben Yehuda and he tells us the fourth Peshat. And this is going to blow our mind. Rabotai, he says like this. He says, you know what means Lo'olam Yargiz? He says like this. This was written in the Gemara. Yireh Adam ki ilu kol ha'olam chetzio zakai v'chetziav chayav. A person has to look at the world as if the whole world, half of the world is innocent, half of the world is guilty. Asam mitzvah achat hichri atzmo v'chol ha'olam l'kav zchut. If a person did one mitzvah, you tilted yourself and the whole world that they're innocent before Hashem. Did you hear what I just said? You got it? No. Rabotai, this is so important. We don't understand what I'm reading over in the Gemara. The Ben Yehuda is bringing us a Gemara that states, it's also a halacha, that whenever it comes to doing mitzvot, it's not only you're doing mitzvot, you are making the whole world being judged favorably in the eyes of Hashem.
But at the same time, other people are making sins.
Oh,
so
stop.
how does that...
Good. That's 1 second. 1 second. You're saying good. So this is the constant battle. But this teaching Jigarik is really for each individual. When I come and doing mitzvah, in my mind, I have to see 50% of the world are innocent. They're good people. 50% are guilty, right? They do sin, for example. If right now an opportunity to do a mitzvah or a sin, and I do a mitzvah, I just tilted the good people, meaning the innocent side, I made it go higher. Right? Hashem looks at the rove, at the majority. So your one mitzvah is able to change the course of how the world runs. Yes? Look what a mitzvah can do. Now, why is this important to know? Because a lot of times, you want to wake up in the morning, it's hard. You want to learn Torah, it's hard. You want to put on tefillin, it's hard. You want to guard your eyes, it's hard. But if you program in your mind, I have an opportunity right now, not to only help myself, which really you're helping yourself, but I have an opportunity to help Klal Yisrael, it's going to change the way you approach mitzvot. You know what somebody told me the other day? You know how this, you got all these phone calls, yeah? So he says there's a person that needs, he wants to marry off his son, right? Whatever it was. So I said, okay, so what are you guys looking at? What do you guys need? You know the number he gave me? You have any the number he gave me? Okay, tell me 5,000, tell me 7,000. We could try to speak to the members of the shul, try to, work our way around it. 75,000. What you need 75,000 for? If you're relying on other people to help you with the money, you don't make a fancy, expensive wedding. So what did I do? Bukharis. I'm talking about a Bukharin person. You know how Bukharis are. So I told him 1 second. Number one, the chairs, they have to be paid off for themselves. Agree or not? So I said, listen, who says you have to have expensive flowers? Who says you have to have, a 10-piece band over there? One DJ will also do the job. So you know what he answered me? So he told me, Rabbi, you don't understand. We're dealing with Bukharians, no? What are they going to say? How are they going to look at me tomorrow? I understand, but what do you want me to do? I said, you can't come with these kind of numbers. So you know what he told me at the end of the conversation? He says to me, I wish I win the lottery. I said, yeah, why is that? So I can help people. You got it. I said, yeah, okay. If you don't help now, you're not helping later. It's all, I tell you the truth, it's all baloney. Anybody who tells you they want to win the lottery because they want to help, if you can't help by giving $100 from your $1,000, or if you can give $1,000 from 10,000, or better yet, you got it. If you can give 10,000 from 100,000, You're not, Rabota, you're not going to give when you get 500 million. You're not giving up 50 million. Do you understand? So I said to the person, I said, look, you're such a bright person. You want to win the lottery, you want to help the world. You want to help the world? Do what Hashem asks of you. Don't do what people want of you. You understand? Expect from you. What Hashem says. Why am I bringing this up? Because we have to understand when a person does the mitzvah in this world, you're not, okay, this is financially what we help. But when a person does the mitzvah in this world, you're helping the whole world. You're helping the whole world become innocent. You understand? Hashem is not going to destroy because of you. There you go. Who says you have to help financially? Who says I can't pray for them? There's different ways you can help, you understand? So this is how a person has to have the mindset when it comes to doing mitzvot. Now what is a shgarik? When you feel tired, when you feel that you're not in the mood, ask yourself, look, if I'm not going to do it right now, where am I placing the world? Again, it's a very nice gemara, but how many people do it? Everybody tries it for themselves.
I think there's a whole separate issue with what you just said because, weddings nowadays are so expensive that people are having a hard time, especially, the young people who may not have parents with the wherewithal. They're afraid to get married.
That's a very big problem. It's a very big problem. I want to tell you something, you got it. I want to tell you something. As long as the Rabbanim are not going to get together and they're not going to put a set price,
right.
If they don't get together, if they're not going to get together and they're not going to put a set price, like certain communities that I know of, nothing's going to change, you understand? This one's going to make $1,000 a chair, this one $3,000 a chair, this one, $500 a chair. It's a lot of money. People don't have that money. You could spend $250,000 for one night. What's pshat? What's pshat? It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Yeah, you might get partially of that back, but you could have also given it to your children so they could have, started the life off. But what do we do? Like one lady told me, she says she took out her whole life savings plus a loan. She only had one son, just to make her son's wedding. That's it. Now she has to worry for the rest of her life how she's going to make ends meet. You understand? Again, this is the pressure that we face, unfortunately. You're right, you got it. What am I supposed to do? Somebody sent me the other day that there's a guy, I don't even know who this guy is. He's a Russian guy. He was speaking about these Bukharin weddings, $3 $400, yeah. He said wow, I was very surprised that he said it here. He said over there, he said that if you go to a non-kosher restaurant, you'll get everything with the alcohol for $85. That's a problem. That's a very big problem. I mean, is he right? Maybe yes. But don't advertise not kosher restaurants. You understand? Okay. So Rabotai, so this is what he says to me. When you look at the world, half innocent, half guilty, you did one mitzvah, you should know you just tilted the whole world to the side of innocent. Hashem, should he want to do something, because of you, he's not going to go ahead and he's not going to destroy them. However, he says the other way around, you got it. If a person went there and he did one sin, you went there and you tilted the whole world to being guilty in front of Hashem. So you're right, yeah, I might be doing mitzvot over here, you got it. But somebody else on the other hand is doing avirot. So that's why we have to increase in mitzvot. You understand? That's why we have to learn more Torah. Because by the time he does one aver, correct? But when you learn one word of Torah, 60 seconds, in 60 minutes, it comes out almost to 2.3 million mitzvot. You understand? And you have many Jews learning Torah, it usually overshadows their sins, you understand? Because one word Torah is 630 mitzvot. But that's what he tells us over here. Why? He says, and that is because listen to this, Rabotai. This is so beautiful. Says the Ben Yehuda, how could a person do a prayer in the right state of mind? How can a person in his right state of mind do a sin? Can you tell me?
It's not the right state of mind.
What you mean? It is. What do you mean? He's normal. He's not pleading insanity over there.
No, I don't think it's the right state of mind. I think you've just been taken over.
Look, you're walking in the street. You see a nice, beautiful girl, you start looking at her.
It's the
You know, your friends tell you, let's go to the club. You go with them. Well, what? You're just right there. Let's eat that kosher. I'm just saying, giving examples. You eat that kosher with them. Like, what does that mean that I'm not in the right state of mind? I'm in the right state of mind. You ready, Jigari? Says the Ben Yehuda. You know what the Yitzhahar does? That's what we start the whole class with. You know what the Yitzhahar does? He tells you should know you are a tzaddik. You have a lot of mitzvot. Listen, you can't tell me from a 24-hour day, you've been sinning all day. You can't tell me that. You've been doing mitzvot all day, correct? Say 10 hours of the day you're doing mitzvot. Say 8 hours you sleep, whatever, yeah. You learned, you davened, you did everything. Okay, big deal, half an hour before you go to sleep. Big deal. What's going to be if I'm going to do an Averit? Right? What does the Yitzhar tell you? You have a lot of mitzvot. Since he already got you to believe that you have a lot of mitzvot, now when a sin comes into your hand, he's gonna entice you to do it. How? He's gonna tell you, listen, even if you're gonna do the avera, majority of your zechut are mitzvot. It's not sins. Big deal. What damage you're gonna what? You're not gonna even make a dent in the sin that you're gonna do according to the mitzvahs that you did. You hear? This is how he gets us to think. This is why I started saying to us, is a person allowed to feel that he did enough mitzvot? Yes, but that's a dangerous feeling. When it comes to sin, that's what the Yitzhar tells you. You did good, you learned enough. Go ahead now, do one sin. It's nothing compared to how you've been doing all day. That's what he does. But now if a mitzvah comes your way, he can also take it away. Come on, you've been learning all month. Big deal you don't go one day to learn Torah. That's how he gets us, you understand? By making us feel satisfied for our past accomplishments. He's going to tell you have a lot of merits. What are you going to add with this mitzvah? Here we go, Rabotai. So therefore, one second, before I continue. So therefore, in this situation, you can come to do a sin, and you can come to stay away from doing mitzvot. However, says the Ben Yehuda, Aval im ha'adam yireh atzmo mishutav, im kol ha'olam biyachad. But if you see yourself that you are a partner with the whole world together, lo yachol lachshov sha'olam rubon zakaim. You cannot think in your mind that the whole world have only merits. They're all innocent. How do you know other people also do mitzvot? And if so, you're forced to have a doubt. And say, maybe the world is equal, 50-50. If you're going to do an aver, it comes out that you're going to tell the world for guilt. But if you're going to do mitzvah, you're going to tell the whole world for merit. Rabotai, listen to this carefully. This is what the Gemara meant to say. The fourth understanding. How? When? Join yourself to the whole world. And when the Yetzer comes and tells you right now, do an avera, don't do mitzvot, because you already have a lot of mitzvot, don't be satisfied. You know what you have to do? Join yourself to the whole world. The whole world for sure is not 50-50. There's more sinners than righteous people. You don't know that. So now start looking at the whole world as if it's 50-50. So therefore it's going to allow you to have the strength to be able to say no to the sin and yes to the mitzvah. And the Yetzar is not going to be able to defeat you. If you think like this, he's not going to be able to defeat you. That's what he wanted to tell you always. Even in such a situation when you yourself are a tzaddik. When a person joins himself with the world, if a person is going to join himself with the whole world, then you're going to be able to wage a war against the evil inclination by not allowing the evil inclination to entice you with shtuyot, with nonsense. You understand? That's what the Ben Yehuda says. Whenever it says L'olam yargiz Adam Yetzer Hatov Ala Yetzer Hara, it's really going even on a different case. The word always is coming to include, even though you're a good person, you're a tzaddik, don't be satisfied. Because if you do that one avera, you do not know the damage that you're going to bring to the world. That's why even there you got to be careful. See, another chiddush.
So basically, it's not based off of your merit; it's based off the merit of the world.
On the contrary, you got just the opposite. What do you mean? No.
Meaning that's the way you have to look at it. It's you can't say I've been a tzaddik today. I can spare a few sins.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
You might have been a tzaddik said, hey, but the world,
correct.
The 50% of the other world was not.
Exactly. But if you look into this Gemara carefully, if you dissect this Gemara, you see from here a very important lesson. How is the Yitzhar able to break a person? And when, I want to be a little bit open, when do a lot of people fall? Or where do a lot of people fall? It's almost towards the night. People in the morning, they feel more connected to Hashem. Throughout the day, the Yetzer Hara wears them down, meaning they have to work, problems, angry, fight, balagan. By the time he gets home, he doesn't have the energy. So what a lot of people do, they kill their night away. They don't learn Torah, which is an Avera. Some of them, Chas v'Shalom, somebody told me, Rabbi, I can't, in the morning, very, very big Talmud Chacham, with all due respect, but Rabbi, in the morning, I daven to Hashem, I learn Torah, but it says it's not, but when I come home, I have to. It says it's not just one time. It says, Rabbi, it's every single time I fall. I'll tell myself I'm not going to watch this garbage no more, meaning Chas v'Shalom, immodest woman, and I go back onto it. And 30 minutes, only 30 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, whatever it is. But that's the whole problem, you understand? The Yetzer Hara is going to give you the whole day. He's going to wear you out. He's waiting until you come home. That's why Jigarik saying Kriya Shema Alamita is very hard to say. Because you are already finished, you're done, you understand? You're completing, so you can't say it. How are you going to say it? You're tired. Because that's exactly what he wants. The only way he's able to beat us by letting us know, you've accomplished a lot. Don't worry about this mitzvah. Do this avera. That's why, Rabotai, we have to be on guard. We have to be on guard. That's what the Gemara says. Always wage war against the Yetzer Hara, even in a situation where you thought or where you had a successful day. Don't. Just like you understand, just because you made money, you made 50,000 this month, doesn't mean next month you're not coming out to work. You're going to work, correct? Why? You made 50, that's going to be enough for you for the next 6 months. No, you want to go to work because you want to make more money, understand? Same thing with the spirituality. Don't be satisfied with your mitzvot. Do not be satisfied. The more you can accumulate, the more you should accumulate. But a lot of people fall because of this, you understand? You feel, you learn Torah 2-3 times a week, that's it. 4 more days of the week, I don't have to learn Torah. It's a very big problem. Or you learn Torah from Monday through Friday, 1 hour a day. Shabbat, you feel it's not a day to learn Torah. It's a very big problem. All I'm just trying to tell you, we have to try to utilize our, spiritual potential in this world, before it's too late. Before it's too late. Listen, this is it.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Sure, thank you, Nizakon, sure, Ruben.
Yeah,
Rabbi, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, Aaron John.
What bracha do we make on wraps? There's a big machlokas going around making bracha on wraps.
What? A wrap?
A wrap.
I thought you said something else, Elon. I don't want to say it right now. Okay, fine.
No, I know what you thought, but no, I'm talking about a wrap, Rabbi.
No, so it's very simple. I mean, I don't get it. A lot of wraps have the bracha on them already. So you have to remember, you asking me if it's hamotzi or mezonot or hadama, that's what you're asking me?
No, it's either mezonot or hamotzi, but Eli Mansour, we're learning whatever I'm learning with him, now he's saying that you have to say hamotzi on it.
Okay, so the rule is going to be like this. If you are able to feel sweetness in the wrap, then you're going to bless mezonot, just like you do on bread. But if you feel like it's a regular bread, you have to say hamotzi.
You have to say hamotzi. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But Aaron, you have to be very careful because a lot of these packages, they come and if you buy like a Jewish company, it says over there what bracha it is. You guys got to be very careful. I went to one restaurant with my kids, so I was about to get up and I was about to wash my hands for the bread. I usually don't have burgers, but it was baked with some meat. So I said to myself, let me have it anyway. What do you think happened, Jigarik? as I was washing my hands, my son comes up to me, it says over there, it has over there, I didn't even see it, big letters, all our rolls are mizanot. You understand? You got to be very careful.
I got a lot to learn with brachas.
Guys, look, it's very simple. I tell you, you know, maybe I should send you, there's apps for this. It's not hard. Today it's not hard. You just type in Berachot app. I don't know how much could it cost. I don't know if it's maybe even free. $2.99, you buy it, you apply it, you put it in, it gives you the bracha.
You're right.
Again, you know what bothers me the most? When people ask, you know, again, it's nice to ask questions, but with today's technology, you know, with all these apps and everything that you're able to use to your advantage, you should use to your advantage. Why not?
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, Jiggy.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi. All the best.
I'll see you guys.
Chodesh Tov.
Rosh Chodesh Tov, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, Rabbi, thank you.
No problem, guys. I'll see you.
Bye. Bye.